Traffic. Let's get to Brittany Bell and then AccuWeather forecast.
Tanya, you missed it yesterday. Pedro was so sad. His mood is so much better this morning.
I'm glad I get the happy Pedro.
Yes, we get the happy Pedro today. And happy fall lovers, because temperatures are in the 40s and the 50s, even the 30s in some of the coolest locations. It's 56 in Central Park. And check out temperatures across the Hudson Valley and the Catskills. Good morning in Montgomery, 36 for you, 37 in Forestburg, down to 43 in Liberty and Cold Spring. Good morning to you, 43 degrees. Morristown, 41. 53 in Islip. There is a frost advisory for Pike and Sullivan County, even a freeze warning for Ulster County. That's in effect until 8 o'clock this morning, so make sure to cover your sensitive plants. There are a few clouds pushing in around Monmouth and Ocean County, but skies are clear across the rest of the tri-state, and we'll see plenty of sunshine, a few patchy high thin clouds, and temperatures cooling down to 65 degrees. Heather?
All right, Brittany, let's talk about what's happening here. So because of that building collapse that occurred yesterday, Alexander Avenue between 135th Street and 138th Street, all lanes remain closed down through that area. Then we are looking at Route 35 in Eatontown South, right near Tinton Avenue. That is a water main break. We're also taking a look at Montauk Highway west of Great East Neck Road. That is another water main break. This is how it looks along the LIE. No major issues to report. Just a live look here at LaGuardia Airport. So no activity at this point. And then you have Morrison Essex line up to 20-minute delays between Milburn and Summit and the Gladstone branch as well. Alternate side of the street parking rules are suspended. Tanya, over to you.
All right, Heather, thank you so much.
Yeah, right? I don't know if I'm going to bring them to that one, but I know the Upper West Side, they do like a trick-or-treating thing.
Yeah.
And my dogs were dressed as referees or rufferees.
That's a good one.
Ruffery.
Ruffery.
All right.
Yeah,
we
put
like
more
it.
effort into their costume than I
Can be yourself. Yeah, that's how it has to go, right?
Yes.
Oh, my God. What's the weather looking like today, Brittany?
Well, we have a fall-like feel this morning. Temperatures in the 30s, 40s, and the 50s. And we stay in the 60s. Today is the coolest day of the week before a warming trend starts tomorrow. It's 56 in Central Park. Northeast winds near 5 miles per hour. Montgomery, good morning. 36 for you, 39 in Poughkeepsie, 42 in Danbury, and 41 degrees in Morristown. So that's why there's a frost advisory for Pike and Sullivan County until 8 o'clock. Even a freeze warning for Ulster County. And winds are lighter compared to yesterday, but still breezy in Belmar out of the northeast up to 19 miles per hour. Skies are clear except for a few clouds around Monmouth and Ocean County, but that will give way to more sun, all thanks to high pressure. So things are quiet all along the eastern seaboard. The weather is quiet while Imelda continues to track farther offshore. It's moving past Bermuda as a Category 1 hurricane that will continue to weaken over the next few days. But high pressure, that's our main weather maker today, lasting throughout this weekend. Now, the position of this high pressure is crucial because as that starts to move farther south and farther offshore, we get into more so southwest flow that pushes in warmer air. That's why temperatures soar into the upper 70s and the lower 80s this weekend, and the 80s will stick around through early next week. We have to wait until Wednesday for temperatures to cool back down closer to normal. But today, 67, dry and cool with plenty of sunshine. We could see a few patchy high clouds this afternoon. Northeast winds ranging from 8 to 16 miles per hour. Tonight, 56, the 40s in some suburbs, maybe the 30s in portions of the Catskills. And then look at tomorrow afternoon. After a cool start, we rebound up to 72, nice and warmer. Once again, sunshine and patchy high clouds. For the rest of the 7-day, look at temperatures this weekend. Fantastic. Plenty of sun. 79 Saturday, 80 on Sunday, even Monday up to 82. 80 Tuesday, by Wednesday, 73, and a chance for a few showers. Heather?
All right, Brittany, for those of you who commute via train, New Jersey Transit trains, we have the same situation going on here. Morrison Essex line, Gladstone branch, up to 20-minute delays between Milburn and Summit. And then we also have Montauk Highway if you're going out east. Westbound side right near Great East Neck Road. That is a water main break. So do keep that in mind. You're going to find closures as you go through that spot. LIE still behaving. No major issues there. So no major problems there. But then you have Alexander Avenue because of this partial building collapse that happened yesterday between 135th Street and 138th Street. All lanes are closed down. Subways are not affected, but the buses that run through that area, you may find some service changes. Street cleaning rules are in effect. Tanya and Pedro, over to you.
Brittany, Heather, thank you. It is October 2nd. We have to be fully transparent here.
Yeah, let's
You're
do
wearing
this.
pinstripes.
Yeah.
You're wearing pinstripes. I'm not wearing pinstripes today
No.
because Charlene didn't come in, and she was the one who said if the Yankees win, we're all going to wear pinstripes.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
She
get
didn't
the- I
show
didn't
up
get the
today.
memo.
Right.
Charlene is
And
sick.
I didn't want
get the-
Tanya to feel alone,
Yeah.
so that's
Thank
why
you,
I wore
Pedro.
pinstripes today.
Okay,
That's about it.
he's totally lying.
Anyway, I'm a Mets fan, so I wouldn't have worn them anyway.
Whoa!
Just saying.
We have balance.
Tell us how you really feel. Tell us how you really feel.
But we all match, so there you go.
We match, so it's all good. You're watching the roadways today. The Bronx is you're keeping an eye on.
Yeah,
some
so we
issues there.
have construction going on the Bruckner, so, you know, it's just the typical stuff, and we just had an accident reported right on the Bruckner as well.
There you go. Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, thanks, Heather. You're keeping a watch
Cool
for
today,
us.
too.
Yes, a typical fall-like day, but by this weekend, we're back in the upper 70s.
I like it. I'm not complaining.
And the lower 80s, but this morning, some of the coolest temperatures are dropping into the 30s. But in Central Park, we're around 55 degrees. Skies are mostly clear. Looking at similar numbers nearby, here's a closer look at current temperatures in New Jersey. Teaneck 52, also Somerset 51, Hanover 39, and 39 as well, and Sussex Ozone Park 57. The upper 30s in Poughkeepsie and 51 in Wrightstown. So this is prompting a frost advisory for Pike and Sullivan County. Also a freeze warning for Ulster County. That's in effect until 8 o'clock. Skies are mostly clear. Just watching a few clouds moving through Ocean and Monmouth County. But we're in for plenty of sunshine and temperatures in the mid 60s, topping out near 67 tomorrow. Get ready for the lower 70s and mostly sunny skies. Heather?
All right, Brittany, so let's talk about this. I-95 both ways between Cedar Street and Boston Road. It's construction. They've been doing this nightly for weeks now. So if you usually commute via I-95, it's out there once again in New Rochelle. So expect those delays going through that scene. Montauk Highway west of Great East Neck Road, there's a water main break there, so just use caution. So if you're a local driver through that area, do keep that one in mind. Then New Jersey Transit trains, Morrison Essex Line, Gladstone Branch, up to 20-minute delays between Milburn and Summit. This has been going on for a while now because of an accident that happened a couple of weeks ago. Our trains delays both ways. Earlier rail replacement at Bay Ridge 95th Street. Alternate side of the street parking rules are suspended. The metered rules are in effect. Back to you guys at the desk.
All right, thank you. Imagine being on.
With us now. Good morning, Brittany.
Morning.
You know, it's been such a slew of beautiful days, one after the other, but you're saying it might not continue today?
Just well, when it comes to the temperatures, and it
Okay.
all depends on your perspective.
Yeah.
If you like
I
fall,
love it.
Pedro likes it a little
You like it a
cooler.
little cooler?
If it was just a little gloomier, I'd be a little happier.
You know what? I figured there's plenty of time for cold weather.
Yes.
That's going to happen.
He'll be so happy in January.
Yeah, that's right. Lots of
That's my
happy
time.
Pedro in
That's my
January.
Yeah, but we have a lot of sun today and cooler fall-like temperatures. Even this morning, we're down in the 30s in some spots. This afternoon, highs reach the mid to upper 60s, but a warming trend starts tomorrow. We're stepping outside in the city to 55 degrees, northeast winds near 6 miles per hour, and winds aren't as strong compared to yesterday. But look at temperatures. Montgomery, good morning, 37 and 39 in Morristown, Sussex and Poughkeepsie, 41 in Danbury, also 59 degrees in Belmar. That's why we do have a frost advisory for Pike and Sullivan County until 8 o'clock, even a freeze warning for Ulster County. Make sure you cover your sensitive plants. Northeast winds ranging from 2 to 17 miles per hour. It could be breezy at times, but not as gusty compared to what we had to deal with yesterday. Skies are at least mostly clear, just waking up to a few clouds around Ocean and Monmouth County that will continue to fizzle out later this afternoon, all thanks to high pressure keeping things dry and quiet all along the East Coast. Meanwhile, well offshore, we're still tracking Hurricane Imelda that's now passing east of Bermuda, a Category 1 hurricane that will continue to weaken as that moves farther out to sea. But for us, high pressure, that's our main weather maker, lasting until this weekend and early next week. Now, the position of this high pressure is key because as it moves south and farther offshore, we tap into southwest flow that pushes in warmer air. So temperatures this weekend climb into the upper 70s and the lower 80s, about 10 degrees above normal for this time of the year. And we stay in the lower 80s Monday and Tuesday. Today, cooler, a fall-like feel, 67 northeast winds, 8 to 16. We'll see some patchy high clouds throughout this afternoon. And tonight, 56, partly cloudy, the 40s in some suburbs, even the 30s once again in the Catskills. But look at temperatures tomorrow afternoon, 72, nice and warmer with sunshine and patchy high clouds. That warming trend continues throughout this weekend. Saturday, 79 up to 80 on Sunday. Look at Monday, 82, still around 80 on Tuesday, and Tuesday night into Wednesday, a chance for a few showers with temperatures near 73 degrees. So Heather, around this time yesterday, it was a little busy. It looks like you have some issues behind.
A little bit of an issue, but nothing serious here. Thank you, Brittany. Let's talk about what is going on here. And this is some construction, and the construction has been picked up and put away. So that's the good news that I have for you. So if you are traveling along I-95 north near Bartow Avenue, that's where we do have a crash. So that earlier construction was both ways between Cedar Street and Boston Road, but that construction picked up, put away. So that's the good news for this morning so far. 202 Ramapo Valley Road, both ways between Breakshoe Place and Island Road. This is in Mawa. We have a building fire, and don't forget, we do have alternate side of the street parking rules suspended, but the metered rules are in effect. Pedro and Tanya, over to you.
All right, Heather and Brittany, thank you so much.
This evening, temperatures a little cooler in the upper 50s, but not as breezy. Winds out of the south and southeast ranging from 3 to 5 miles per hour around the late innings near 56. At the bus stop, the kids will need a jacket. Temperatures in the 40s and the 50s, even the 30s in some of the coolest locations by lunchtime. 62, and this afternoon pick up and after school temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. So similar temperatures all across the map. These numbers are just a few degrees below normal for this time of the year. A closer look at highs north and west of the city. Bridgeport 65, 64 in Monroe, Mahopac 65, Maybrook 66, and Thompson down to 62 degrees. You're one of the locations in the 30s currently. But look at tomorrow. Despite a chilly start, temperatures rebound in the 70s, and this warm up continues. Saturday, the upper 70s, the lower 80s on Sunday. Heather?
And Brittany, let's take a look at some of our...
I remember for a while they took it away and then they brought it back, right?
It's back now.
It's back. It's back. And I also feel like we're going to get some warm weather back after this little sort of cooling off, right?
Fall, feeling like fall actually in October. Temperatures this morning in the 30s in some spots. This afternoon we get into the mid to upper 60s, but the 80s are right around the corner, so a warming trend coming soon. This morning skies are clear, and in Central Park it's down to 55. Northeast winds near 6 miles per hour. Here's a closer look at temperatures all across the map. Montgomery 37, 39 in Poughkeepsie and Sussex, 52 in Toms River, and 51 in Bridgeport. So that's why there's a frost advisory for Pike and Sullivan County until 8 o'clock, even a freeze warning for Ulster County. Winds are lighter compared to yesterday out of the northeast, ranging from 2 to 15 miles per hour. It could be breezy at times, but not as strong compared to what we had yesterday. And skies are mostly clear except for a few lingering clouds in Ocean and Monmouth County that will continue to taper off throughout this afternoon. A big difference compared to earlier this week when there was a lot of rainfall and cloud cover along the eastern seaboard. Mostly clear skies thanks to high pressure taking over and Imelda pushing farther out to sea. Imelda is a Category 1 hurricane passing just east of Bermuda, and that will continue to weaken over the next few days. High pressure, that's our main weather maker, but the position of this high pressure, that is key. As it continues to move farther south and east, we tap into more so southwest flow, and that is what's going to push in warmer temperatures. So tomorrow, highs in the 70s, the lower 70s. This weekend, we ramp up into the upper 70s and the lower 80s, and we stay in the lower 80s Monday and Tuesday. Early next week, we have to wait until Wednesday for those numbers to finally cool back down in the lower 70s and a chance of rainfall. Today, dry, breezy at times, a high of 67. Mostly sunny with patchy high clouds, northeast winds ranging from 8 to 16 miles per hour. And tonight, 56, the 40s in some suburbs, even the 30s once again for the Catskills. Tomorrow, rebounding to 72 after a cool start. For the rest of the 7-day forecast, fantastic weather this weekend. Plenty of sunshine, 79 on Saturday, Sunday 80. These temperatures are about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. Look at Monday, 82, and Tuesday still situated near 80. Wednesday, that's when we'll finally see some changes thanks to a cold cold front and a chance for a few scattered showers. We have to wait until later next week for some changes. But Heather, when it comes to the traffic, it was quiet earlier. How are things shaping up?
I was hoping to have a big reveal for you or something, but it is quiet because it is a holiday. So, but that's good news. That's good news that it's quiet. Thank you, Brittany. Let's talk about this. This is the New Jersey Turnpike right in front of Newark Airport. You can see some of that plane traffic going on right over here. Oh, somebody's taken off. Hopefully they're going someplace fabulous. Well, the New Jersey Turnpike is doing just fine if you're going to be driving your car, so fabulous for now. I-287 north at exit 9, we do have a stall there. And then going on to 22 east of Harding Terrace, some ongoing construction. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect for today. Back to you guys at the desk.
All right, Heather, thank you.